Well, hello everyone. The Ontario Gardener here, back with a first look at a new game called Mini Settlers. Now, this is the demo version, but give a good idea of what the game is like. As it is the demo, you can't save, you can't load. Basically, you start a new game, and you can do some of these, but these are locked. Obviously, in the demo stage, you can do two of them. We're going to start at Eden Island. As you see, I have played this before. We will enable the. Actually, you know what? We'll not enable the tutorial because I played it, enough that I could show you guys how to do it. And if you play it yourself, you can go right now on Steam and download it and play yourself using this tutorial, which I highly recommend. But for this first look, we're going to click on Eden Island and we're going to hit Settle. And basically, we're going to pause the game. You have your timer up in the top right. This is kind of irrelevant. This is just a timer. You have your speeds. You have your menu, of course. You can't save or anything, so you don't try to save and come back to it. On the right hand side here, you have different things such as priority tools. You have your pause tool, which is not the same as this, or sorry, is the same as that. Your pause tool, and then you have your upgrade tool, copy tool, and then destroy tool, or your delete tool. And then here is your build button. And right now there are no I don't know what the button is for this. It doesn't tell you what they are. You basically have to click on it to unlock it. And then you can go into things like storage buildings, factories, you have mines, you have quarries, you have food production, you have woodworking, you have water, and here you have your houses, and then here you have your logistics. And the game's very kind of interesting in the way that it's played. You have things up here, which is stone. Here you have things which are wood. You have water here, and that's basically it. That's all you have in this map that you have so far. And the idea is to grow your city in a sense. This is a very 2D, very bare city builder, but it's very, very fun. The most complicated thing is the roads, how the transit works, honestly. Because the roads, the way you do it is you basically click and you drag. You can go up to a maximum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles. A minimum of 6, 5, 4, 3. So minimum of 4, maximum of 7. And you basically click. And the way this works is that these are nodes that they transfer back and forth. You can place buildings anywhere along these nodes. However, you kind of can't in a sense. So I'm going to show you now. You can't place this here. You can place it here. Or sorry, excuse me. You can't place it here. You can place your city center here. So you can place these anywhere along your route. But the problem is you cannot connect another road through this. You can't go like that. You can't go like this. So you have to plan where you want your intersections to be. And the road is basically, this is looked at as, I guess, like a truck or a transport. So anything that's producing, say you're producing water, it's going to go one thing from this node to this node, then the next one to the next one, next one, et cetera, et cetera. So your road tools, your roads have to be a bit tricky. Now, as things go up, you have your train station, you have a rail, you have a harbor and helipad. These things are much later on in the game, obviously. So the road system is a bit kind of tricky the way it works. Now, certain things require items to build, like a train station requires bricks and blocks. Regular roads don't require anything, so that's a good thing. Basically, hit that. Yeah, that's basically how you can delete things. There is no rotate as far as the map, but you can rotate. You can rotate your buildings by hitting the R key. And you can see here you have to place things on roads sometimes. Now, the way it works is housing has to be, I can't highlight this, but to see the top there, housing is 5 people. The build, it costs 2 rock and 2 planks, and it also requires a city center tier 1 to build. It has the upkeep, which is the second bar here, which requires 1 water and 1 food per 30 seconds. And then to upgrade it requires 2 blocks and 1, I think that might be iron or something. We're not quite at that stage yet. And then here you have things like wells, and this produces a certain amount every certain second. So you can see how many of these you can have. There is no window of analytics here as far as okay, you're producing this many, but you're consuming this many. It's not set up like that. But the first thing you really have to do is you have some materials, but it doesn't really tell you. It tells you have wood here. And basically we have 3 of 3 wood. That's basically what we have right now. So what we need to do is we have to start getting some wood up and running. If we're going to do that here, so we need a wood cutter, which costs us 1 wood. And we're going to put that, I think we'll put the wood cutter down here. I think that's a good place for it. And it shows you here that it's requiring something to build. So it requires 1 wood. So the way we can connect it is you basically click on your road tool. And let's see, we'll go up and you can you click and you drag. And we'll click these to the biggest, the farthest they can go, because there's no reason not to at this point. But you got to be slightly careful that you're going to connect enough. And if we hit go on this, what's going to happen, as you can see, is the wood gets transferred, but it's only like, it's not like a fluid like this. It doesn't work that way. This here is going to produce wood, but it needs food, and it needs basically it needs food to get here's your storage, and it takes one food to get 2 logs basically. So right now we have 0 of all of it. So we have to then go into food, and food is an apple farm, and the apple farm goes literally anywhere where it's a green space, just like this is here. So we'll put the apple farm, let's put it right here. Again, this requires materials. What does it require? It requires 2 wood. And basically the game gives you enough things in the beginning to get what you need. Now this can go up like this. So we almost have to do it like that, but we can't, remember, you can't join it to something like this. This is where things get a bit kind of complicated when it comes to that. So you almost have to go like that to join it up. And we can just let this run. It doesn't matter if the speed's up or not. So it's going to transfer this all the way across, and it's like, it's not a fluid like conveyor belt type thing. It doesn't work that way. So you have to have multiple lanes of this stuff, and the closer you have them together, obviously the quicker things will produce. So right now we're producing wood, but we're not producing anything because we need water. So the next thing is going to be putting water in, which is going to be a water well. And the thing is that we have enough. Our headquarter basically produces 1 wood every 15 seconds to kind of get you jump started here. And here we're going to have our water. Remember, you have to join it to a node. So we can't really place it here because you can't put water on water. So I think we can place it here, or we can let's just place it here. I think that's a good spot for it. And again, this requires what? It requires 3 wood to build. So you got to come back in here to your road tool. And here we want to kind of divide these up a little bit. Remember, you can't connect it like that. You have to connect it like this, which is very annoying in my opinion. And then this headquarters is going to print, and you can see here the green bar, when it fills up, is going to produce a wood, and the wood will go somewhere where it needs to. When the water is produced, it's going to start, producing every 5 seconds. And basically this needs no wood. This needs, no water. This needs 1 water every 12 seconds. So basically this could support 2 of these apple farms, and that's it. And I think what we can probably do is, you can see how the wood is being taken away, and then it will eventually be replenished, of course. But this is 1 food every 25 seconds. And here we're producing 2 food every 12 seconds. So basically 1 every 6 seconds. So one of these buildings can supply almost 4 of these. 4 of these, or roughly 4 of these. And now we're kind of backed up because these things have internal storages, and that's it. So what you could build next would be something like a storage, but we can't because we don't have it unlocked. We have to get to 30 people. So we need to get, people basically. That's what we have to get to. And the way we get to that is you build things like a city center. In the city, actually, you know what we need first? We need a quarry, don't we? This looks like a weird looking mine, but we can't get a stone mine yet, which is interesting. That it won't actually let us build a stone mine because we actually need planks for that. But we can make a sawmill, so it basically takes 5 to use. So if we place this here, this won't connect, right? Because it's too close. So if we do something like this, that'll be significantly better for us because we can grab this and then tilt up and then connect it. Oh, why won't it let me? Oh, I think it's 1 too far. So all you do is you click on this and you just delete it. Basically, just delete it. That's the thing. You got to remember kind of where it is. But you could put the road in first. It won't hurt you by putting the road in first, but it's too far. So you almost want to do it something like this and then like that. But that's too close. So this is where this road system business gets quite annoying in my opinion. So I think what we'll do just to make it easier is we'll put the sawmill on this side. Something just like that. And as you can see, the wood coming from here and the wood's coming from here, and the food is going to here because this requires food to make wood. But we're lacking right now because we're not lacking, because we have the speed so slow. Things are going, but you can see now that one building needs something, the next one shuffled down. But you can see we're having some sort of storage would be better. Here we require 4 wood. This is the internal storage. 4 wood to store coming in, and it produces 1 plank every 15 seconds. And here we're producing 2 every 25, which is 1 every 12.5 seconds. This one needs 1 every 15. So this is working out. So we could actually put 2 sawmills in here to get the same out from one of these, which we could probably just do right now. Why not? And then as far as the mine, we can't do yet because we need to get the next level up for what we need. Of course, we can't do any storages yet, but that's okay because basic housing only needs water and food for upgrades, but it costs planks and stone. Now the thing is, we don't actually have any stone, which is very, very interesting that we can't unlock that quite yet. We might actually have some stone somewhere else. It may let us place this anyway, because we may have some internal storage of stone. But I think what we want to do is we want to put this, I think, over here. Let's put it actually. Let's put it down. Let's just put it right here. I think that'll work out just fine. And then we can connect it with some roads but we can't, remember, because it's too close. But we can drag the road like that, and we can let that play. So this will drag certain things up here, but it won't drag everything. So minings we can't do, but quarrying we can do. I was clicking on the wrong here. Stone mines are the next step up, and quarries are where we're at here. So this basically takes 3 planks and 1 food, and you get 2 areas, basically 1 every 9 seconds. So this is going to be set up similar to the other one. I'm going to set this up, I think, right about here would be fine. And then what we'll do is we'll grab a road, and then we're going to come up to the. We have to meet this pin here. So we'll do something like this. We'll come over. We'll do that, but that's not going to work, right? So we got to come back in here, and we got to redo this yet again. And this is where this gets very, very annoying, in my opinion, of how the road systems work. This is just my opinion, of course. But what I want to do is I want to connect these up for one, and then it's like, oh shoot, we're down here. Well, that's okay. It is what it is. And the road systems we have to just figure out, because you can't do this, which honestly I don't understand why you can't do that. But it just won't let you do it, and that's just the way it is. So we have to come down like this. Drag it like this, drag this maybe to here, and then drag that to that. And now we're producing, well, we have the building materials for what we need, I should say. So your basic quarry just makes planks. You want to make planks first, or sorry, the way you want to do it basically is you want to make water, a food farm or apple farm, your lumber mill, your wood cutter, and then goes into your sawmill or your lumber mill. And you can pause these buildings by just placing pause, and they won't produce anything or consume anything. Now, I'm sure later on in the game, you'll get some sort of button you can click on, maybe like over here, that will show you statistics or something. But for now, obviously, we're very early in the demo. So here, the city center is storing planks. Well, it needs wood, or sorry, it's not storing planks. It's storing planks, and we're needing some stone. And it takes that, and the way this works is this is an upgrade. So once you hit a certain amount of people and have these resources, you can upgrade. All right, this is going to be built now. The way these work is you have to build a house within range of this. So we're going to wait for this to build because it'll show us a green little token. This doesn't have any upkeep, I don't believe. Let's see. This here has 10. So you can have, this can support up to 10 houses. So this is kind of how Factory Town works. So you're producing things and you're sending them somewhere, and then that's distributing them to your housing. So, but the housing, the way you got to do it is you almost have to put your roads in first. And the way the housing works is you can just place it something like that, or you can kind of spread them out like this. It doesn't really matter. But I always recommend placing, actually, let's just place the houses first and see if we can make do with that. Do that, and that one won't actually work. So I think what we'll do is we'll come back in here and we'll go do, and actually if we hit the Z key is also a delete tool as well. So what we want to do is we actually want to make, but that's not going to work either, is it? No, of course it won't. So let's go back to the way I guess maybe it was the way we had it in the beginning, like this, here, and then we can't fit 3 in here, unfortunately. It's just the way that it works, but that is just okay as well. We can fit 2, but the problem, as you can see, is this one isn't going to fit here, right? Because this won't fit. So the way you do it basically is you hit your Z key, you do that, and then you go into house, and there's no cost to them because you don't have anything put into them. We could put this house on here, which that means it's already connected and it's already going to start to work. So here we're going to click the road, and we got to connect all these up. So I think I'd rather go something like this. Oh, and I'd rather put a node here and then a node up here. And then here we basically have to connect this all the way up to this one, because that's just the way that it works, of course. And are we going to have enough to reach it? Of course we will. So these will all build themselves as well. But I think what we'll do is let's just come down to here, drag the road across, and then let's connect this up. You have to kind of drag it like that, and let's connect them up. That way they can run both ways. Like it's not like they're just all facing the certain way, just based on the way they're traveling. Like if you're bringing something, they're facing this way. This one, what's the problem with this one? This one needs water and it needs food, and we're going to show you real quickly, in a second here, how this is going to play out. And remember, we can't connect this up to here, but luckily we can connect it to this one. And this will build, of course, as we need it. So when there's an exclamation point, that means there's something that they need and they're not getting it. When it becomes a red X, that means you're going to lose population. Right now we have 0 population. Things are very, very bad. Oh, we hit up and see our population went up. So basically every cycle you'll get another person, but then every time you lose a person. That's basically how it works. So right now we need 1 and 1 every 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically we need 1 food and 1 water every 5 seconds. Technically every 30 seconds, but because we have 6 of them, it's basically 6 every 30 seconds or 1 every 5 seconds. And we need water and food. So how many are we producing here? 1 every 5 seconds. This is producing 1 every 6 seconds. That's not going to work. Plus this one here consumes some as well. So we need more food. So how do we do that? We're going to come in here. We're going to hit an apple farm. And guess what? We're going to put it. Let's put this apple farm. I think let's put it right here. We'll connect. We need more water, but you can't take water out of here. You got to take water out of like the I don't know, we want to call these things the water, the lakes, I guess. So we'll bring this down, connect it up, such like that, which is fine as well. We're going to come in here and we can connect this right up here. Now you're like, okay, well this is all cool, but you need to start storing things. But we can't because we need to hit the next level. We need to hit 30 people. So we're not there yet. Obviously, this doesn't have any upkeep. 1 every 5. This is 1 every 5 seconds. So we're producing 2 every 5 seconds. This requires 1 every 12 seconds. We have 2, so that's basically 1 every 6 seconds. This is producing 1 every 5. So we need significantly more of these because 1 of these is enough for 1 of these basically. And for the housing, we need 1 every 30, which is another 1 every 5 seconds. So we need at least 1 more water wells. And the way this is laid out is we can really only put 2 in here, but that's okay. Go back to our road tool. Remember, this won't connect. It's too far. So let's just put 1 in the middle, just like that. And then the supplies will be built here. And really right now, the only wood is being used to basically build the things. So we need more water, by the way. And I think if we would delete this one, right, get rid of this one. And, goal was reached. Okay, so we're going to get into that in a second. But what we can do here is we can put 2 here by putting them like this, basically. And that's kind of the better way to do it, I would say. And the problem is that, or not the problem, we can connect that to that. We can connect that to that. And now we should have somewhat the right amount of water. But just to make doubly sure is how many could be in? We can only place 2 here as well. And what we should do is just road tool them or road connect them as much as we can. Now we can't connect up to here, obviously. But what we could do is we could come back in here. I wish there'd be an easy way to delete things, but there really isn't. This to this. Then that to that, except guess what? It's too small. But you just jump across it and it's perfectly fine that way. Road tool to here and road tool to there. And now we have lots. Well, they don't have to be on nodes. Your buildings only have to be on here, but they need wood delivered, as you can see, is kind of happening here. Now it would be nice to be able to grab and bring a road up here, which means we have to redo this road and redo. But right now we're at 30 of 30. But we are hurting. We're low on basically everything. And I think the reason is because we have no place to put things. But we can now have storage units. And the way storage units work is you can store 1 thing in them. So I think what we'll do is let's put 1. I mean, they don't have to be on nodes. Remember that. You don't have to be on nodes. We're going to put 1 here. We're going to put another one here. We're going to put another one. This one's going to store water. This one's going to store water. And then we're going to put 1 here that's going to also store water. And then what we can do is we can also store food maybe here. So the way you do it is we're waiting on planks right now. And right now we're waiting on planks. And we're not producing planks because why? We're just, I think we just need more woodcutters basically. And it looks like right now we are actually out of wood to cut? That's very not good for us, is it? Factory, stone blocker. We don't need that. Right now we need something that we need a forester, but we're not at foresters. Foresters place and put wood back into the system. So what we have to do here is we have to kind of connect this up to here, which is fine. And we can connect this one up to here. And it's very easy, like I said, to delete things and kind of put them back. But remember, we can't do that. We can do this and then do that. And then come down here. This one's already connected, so this one's fine. And these will build as needed, because remember, the HQ, the headquarters, is still producing wood. But the problem is all these need wood to be built. And you can't really make, I guess you could make this priority. And you could make this priority. And then make these would be secondary priorities. Because we want to feed these first. It's just a matter of, will we feed them first? Let's follow this one along. It's going to go 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 into here. So this should not go into here first. Obviously, this should be priority. So priority tool is going to be this and this, which we already have them marked as priority. Well, actually, I guess I deselected them as priority. Let's see where this one's going to go. So they're all going into here. So what we need to do is we need to pause this building. We need to pause this building. We need to pause the things that are taking the wood. Now, this should go down in, well, it'll fill up first. And then it should start coming down into here, which is fine. Again, baby steps for everything. Right now we have lots going into the mine. These will all get filled up eventually. This is paused, but it's not priority. I'm not sure why it's still filling these up first. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. If we come in here and we can probably make a road and go like that, that might help jump things across a little bit. And again, roads are free. Let's see where this one goes. It's going to go all the way across. It's going to go down. Yep. So I guess it's making sure these get filled up first, which I kind of don't like, honestly, because we're lacking. And if you miss out on something, guess what? You'll just lose. Well, you'll lose people. Okay, these are all full now. And like I said, it's like only one thing can travel across something at a time. So that's where you need to have tons more roads. Here you go. This is going to go down to here, which is fine. It only needs one wood, basically. And let's just get the priority off of this one. That's going to get the priority off of this one. This one we can turn back on. And this one we can turn back on as well. And they give you icons here, your little like wheel countdown of when the time it takes to produce something. For some reason, it kind of goes like opposite of the way I thought it would go as far as like how it counts down, right? But it is good enough, of course. So as we're continuing on here, they're needing more things. They need water and they need food. Let's see what they need more of. Well, let's see. What does this one need? This one needs, well, more of both. So I think right now we're lacking food. And I think we're lacking, actually, you're not lacking food here. What is the problem here? It's because of storage. We need our storage bins to fill up because right now we can only move this out of here one at a time, right? We want to get storage buildings built. And I think what I want to do is I'm going to prioritize this one. I don't know if it'll actually take it through, but we will see what happens. Right now our planks are going, for some reason this one isn't going anywhere. Why are these not working? It's interesting that this now isn't working right now, which is interesting because they're full, but these things require them. Interesting. Oh, it's because I'm sorry. We also require, I'm very silly there. We also require the stone blocker. So I should have read things a little bit better for you guys. There we go. The stone blocker will make stone blocks basically, and then that's what's needed. Because remember, this is where are we at here? The next level of unlockables, which is storage units here, which we did look at in the beginning, they require planks, which is like the next tier thing up. And they also require the storage or the stone blocks basically. And now we're going to start pumping these out. We lost population because they had every 30 seconds we need to have one of these, which means we need to produce, remember, one every 5 seconds plus, because these things, where are we at here? The woodcutters, like production buildings, not manufacturing buildings, resource buildings require maintenance, basically. Or, excuse me, these producing buildings require maintenance to them to keep going. So, yeah, we're not doing that great. I'm sorry. Yeah, this one requires water, and then these here require the apples. But there's no trees here, so this one can't do anything. As you can see, we need to get to the forester, which the next goal is 50 people. Next goal buildings you can click on is a forester, and that's exactly what we need to get. So this is a good way to show it. You can hide it if you want to, but I recommend showing it. So right now we still need more of everything, and the way you do this is you click on this and you click on what you want, and it gives you a wheel. So what we want to store here is food. Are there any other ones up and running? This one is a stone blocker. They need stone to produce, and we're producing stone. Not crazy high, but we are producing stone. Could we put another quarry in here? And the answer is yes, because they only require, they require food, I should say. So it's not like they don't require anything. All right, this one's producing this. Do you have any other storage buildings? Yes, this one is built as well. This one here, you click on, you click again, and it'll give you this wheel of everything that's available in the game as of right now. And then we have storage for this. And then these things can hold up to 12 items, which is great. And I'm not sure, this I guess just shows you that it's a storage building. So I'm not sure why there's a piece of water here. That kind of doesn't make any sense. We're going to have this where we have other storage. This one's going to be for food. This one's going to build. And this one is going to be for water. Because we want to try to get this stuff moved down into more of a central location. Because right now that's the problem that we're having. So we're going to have food here. We want to have food stocked. This is food down here. We're going to get water going over here. This one's going to be done as well. This one is also going to be, I think this one's also going to be for food. Because we are going to produce more food elsewhere. We just have to get to that stage right now. More food, and then what I want to do, which one's the next one that's going to be built? I think we have these two, and these two are going to be for water, and I think this one is going to be built quicker because we only need one more piece of block, and it's going to be coming through probably any second. The block maker, here it comes. Where's that? Where's the block maker at? Here it comes. This one's going to go, where'd it go? It pushed it, I don't know where it put. Oh, push it up here already. Okay. And then this one here is going to be for storing water as well. Because we want to have things more readily available. Now, is there a better way to do this? I don't know. Maybe. What we're going to do here is we're going to have food over here again. Because what I want to do is we can place food virtually anywhere. So what I want to do is we need water to make the farms. So what we'll do is we'll put one here. And then this goes 2 blocks in each direction. So we go here. And if we go another one like that, I think that is sufficient for, I think I actually placed this one a little bit too far. It's 4 away, 4 from the center, which would be something like so. And what we can do here is we can go into our roads and we can just connect these fully. And you can't go too fast or it doesn't really work. Go up to this one. And then we'll go up to, we can't go to that one, remember? So what we'll do is we'll go up a little bit farther and then we'll connect it directly to this water. All the storage buildings are actually pretty full right now, which is a good thing for us. And then this one here, we want to connect up to here, but we can't. Remember, you can go minimum of 3 in between, maximum of 7 or 6. I think it is maximum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 is the farthest one. So you can do a maximum of 6 in between. Alrighty, the farms are producing, and what I want to do is actually put another storage unit. I want to put a storage unit basically right. It's interesting that it went like that. I'm going to put a storage building right here in the. Let's put it here, and then it'll get built. Don't worry, it'll get built. And yeah, things are going to cycle around. Our water's doing pretty well. I think what we want to do with the water is let's build a road this way out to here, basically to here, and then remember to connect it. You have to connect to the nodes with the roads. They don't connect. They don't go over each other, at least as of now. So the next goal, we have to hit 50 people. Oh no, but we're losing people. So what is the problem right now? The problem is likely going to be just what, delivery speed maybe? It's actually food. Food is the problem. So hopefully we have a lot of food. That's the thing. It's like we have tons of food, but it's just the speed at which they're getting there. And I just think that's becoming a big time problem. So let's see if we can actually put another storage unit right here, maybe. And then what we'll do is we'll put food into this one. Again, there could be a better way to do all of this. But the way the map is set up is kind of, it's not a better way. So let's go into settlement. We're going to let this get built as it does. And what we'll do is let's put another settlement over here, but we need to put a city center in first. We're going to put the city center in, and let's connect the road system right here. Actually, let's connect the road system right here. All right, and what we're going to do is we'll put a road in from here to here to here. And then what we'll do is let's place the housing. We can place it. Oh, we have to build it first, and then we can circle the area, because the housing is a 3x3. So we could essentially put in the road network already. It's going to go 3x3, so it has to go up to here. We can go something like that up to here, and then we'll circle all the way across. We have to get out to here, and then we'll circle down, And then what we want to do is we want to be able to join that up. And guess what? We're too far away. So we can actually do it like this and then connect it like that. Perfect. And then the housing, we can't place that because this isn't built, but it's being built right now. This one here, we want to make this to be the food, of course. And there we go. So we should be production, and we're going to put the food into this one as well, just to kind of get the food pushed around. And we have tons of food. It's just a matter of getting the stuff there, I think, is what the biggest problemo we have right now. But we can put a bunch of housing in. Well, I guess we could put, how many could we fit in? I guess I should have done this slightly different. Let's just delete this, and this. Just push this all. Let's build the houses first, which I should have done. 1, 2. And as you build the houses, you can, it makes this go further, by the way. So you could do something like that. Or I should say, excuse me, when I'm going to wait for these two to be built, and then I'm going to do it a different way. Because as you place housing down, the houses do make the city center grow. As you can see here, it's all the way out to here now. But it looks like we are, oh no, we're not losing people now. We're doing quite okay, I think. And what I want to do also, as we're kind of going through here, is I want to build some storage units right here. And I want to build one over here as well. One for water and one for the food. All right, so guess what? These are now going to be, well, functional. And as you go back into our housing, see how now we have a bigger space here, which is great for us. And we're going to do one like that, one like this. And then this one we're going to do the same way. One here, and then I guess one would go here because this is a 4x4 and this is a 3x3. So when these other ones get built, we will be perfectly good here. So we're going to go up to here. We're going to cycle this way. We're going to circle this way. And then we're going to circle back down to that one. Perfect. Perfectly perfect. And now I think we could probably build the other house. Nope, not quite yet. So this one here is going to be set up for food, of course. And it's basically the different needs. So as you go to the next house, they require water and bread. If you go to this one here, they're going to require meat and tools and clothing. So we're well away from all of that, of course. And here they're angry because they don't have what they need, which I understand. Okay, what I think I'd like to do also is let's just delete this road here and delete this road. And what I want to try to do is get a node somewhere like here if we possibly can. We can too, which is great. And it looks like we can probably put in our last house, which is going to be right here. Perfect. And what I want to do with the roads, again, the roads are very, very important. Again, they're, you know, not the greatest in the world because these guys are already out of what? They're out of something. Or actually, they're going to be out of something. Now they're back up. We want to get this built. These guys right now they're out of, well, they need water. When this basically shows you what they're out of right now. So water is the issue. And the thing is, we have tons of water. But it's not working fast enough for us. So I think what we'll do is let's just place another water here. And let's place another water here. And let's just connect them up. Boom, boom. And then what we'll do here is we'll go a road to out to here. Maybe here. And then straight like that. So it's very... Things are very like... It doesn't really make sense sometimes of how they work. But it's fun. Okay, settlement reach. Level 50. Our final goal is 100. So we've unlocked what? Nothing. It's under here. A forester. Foresters are going to be key here. Because basically what they're going to do is they're going to allow us... Can I place it in here? I can. It's going to allow us to build what? Or not build, but basically... I'd like to put it in here. I mean, we could actually redo this now if we wanted to. Because this is this, and then a woodcutter is basically this size. So what we could do is leave this one for now, and then come down here with a forester, and let's put a forester maybe here, and put another forester down here, and then put another one maybe here. Maybe here. I don't know exactly. And we'll basically put a woodcutter. Maybe right about here, and we'll put another woodcutter about here and another woodcutter about here. And let's just see what happens. But the biggest thing is we got to connect all these with roads, and that will be a tricky thing. So what I want to do, I think I want to just start here, go up like that. Actually, I don't want to have 2 lanes of roads because that doesn't make any sense either. Let's delete this. Let's figure out how we can do this a bit better, guys. Logistically, let's put a road. We could start here, go down to here, go like this. To here, go up to here. The problem is we can't connect anywhere here, but we could probably change that. We can come in here and I always want to hit the hammer for delete, but that's not the delete button, of course, is we can come in here, we can hit delete on this, and what we can do is we can place a road in here, and we can figure out the best way to get another node somewhere closer to this. For some reason, it's not letting us. Oh, it's because there's a. Okay, it's because there's a node. There's a node here already. So all right, let's just go back to the road node here. We can go out to. We have to go to there basically. We can't do that either. Oh, it looks like we're losing people. Oh no, 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 we don't lose people. So we're having a bit of a road problem, if you will. So let's try to see if we can put it. We put a node here, and then can these connect up fully? But we don't want them to connect up fully. We want this to go to here, but that won't go to there now, will it? So what we got to do is we got to come back in here with the road, delete this, delete this. This is where the road system stuff becomes quite, I'll just say annoying. The way that the mechanics work. I understand why they work that way. I'm not a big fan. You should be able to drag and put roads anywhere you want, personally. All right, this one here is going to go like this. What we should do is actually turn this one around. So let's just, can I turn it now? No, I can't. So let's go back into the wood collection, woodcutter, and we'll put the woodcutter like, actually, no, we could put it like that. I'm sorry. Because we're going to get rid of this one. This one's basically doing nothing right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring a road. Actually, what we could do here is turn this one around as well. Is just get rid of this one, and we'll come here, we'll do a forester. And again, it doesn't cost any money until you actually build the building. Go up to this, up like that, and then like that. There we go, perfect. Now that should theoretically work. So what we could also do is we could get a, well, actually we have our sawyers, our things up here. We can get another sawmill and basically put a sawmill maybe right here. Should help out at least, because again, these things just require wood to make things out of them. Okay, how's our population? We're at 65 of 65. We reached our next level. Well, we have 65 of 65. And how are we doing with things being stored? It looks like we're having issues. No, having issues with water still. Having issues with everything, it seems. And I think the issue is that we're sending food way too far away. Let's see if we can bring some roads down into here somewhere. We want to meet up to that. Let's back this off, do one here, and then do one a little bit too close. Do this one here, get rid of that, road it up. So we're going to go to here, and then we'll go to, oh, I did it again. Did it again, my guys. Okay, let's just lead it here, and then we're going to come from this way. Let's come from this way. There we go, and there we go. Perfect. So now we can at least deliver the food a little bit, well, maybe more efficiently, maybe, I don't know. Okay, so we need to build more housing, basically, and we're struggling with housing. Somewhat. It looks like we're semi keeping up. Now you could, now again, if there be a window that would pop up, maybe in the future there would be, where you can see, you know, production versus depletion or something like that. I think that would be really, really helpful. Let's just place this here, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, and what? Why won't it let me place that one? I don't really understand why it won't let me place that one. Weird. Okay. Anyway, it won't let me place that one. Again, this is very, not, I won't say early access because it's not early access, but it's kind of, things can be a bit buggy. That, go to this one, and then this one's going to go across, and then eventually it's just going to go down and connect to this one again. And then can we put another house in though? I'm not sure why it won't let me do that. Oh, I know why, because you're only allowed to have 10 per city center. So there you go. And we can place this city center here to get some more housing going. We want to try to max the housing. We got to wait. Max the housing out. You're allowed 10 per. These are like on the cusp of not doing well. We have tons of water. That's the thing. Tons and tons and tons of water. It's just the issue is just getting things from point A to point B. It's almost like you need, you know, storage buildings everywhere. But you know what? We're at 74, 75. So as soon as they're being built, they are, you know, being filled, I guess you want to say it, like right away. Here we're going to be another one. Now we're up to 80 peoples. Again, you can only have some certain amount. This one should fill up in about, we need a couple more plankers, and then we're good. So we have tons of food here, tons of water up here. It's just a matter of how fast, like I think train networks will help out a lot, but it's just, yeah, in between these, maybe having shorter runs are better. I'm not really sure yet. Maybe having multiple lines of everything would be helpful as well. I'm not really sure. But we are doing okay. Our final goal is 100. We're at 80 peoples. As soon as this ticks through, we're going to get, well, that's 85, that's 90, and then this would be 95, and then this would be 100. So let's just let these build, and we'll see what happens. We'll hit our next goal. Like I said, there's a lot of things in this game. You know, a big water pump would be awesome. You know, we can make in bread. Let's just look real quick. We have factories, all kinds of smeltering things. We have, you know, wheat farm, bakery, sheep farm, butcher. These are all higher level things like tier 3 stuff, charcoal maker, factories probably for the steel, etc., etc. So let's just see what happens when these all get built, I should say. There we go. Perfect. All right, everybody satisfied? We're 85 of 85. We have these 3 buildings to, well, build yet. The woodworkers are, it's just like, these have stuff in them. It's just a matter of, like, getting it over here, which is kind of weird. I think it's just because things are in transit already. Maybe that's why it's just not kind of working. All right, how are we at? We're at 92, 95. As soon as this gets built, we're at 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. Are we going to hit it? Are we going to hit our goal? 99, and island settled successfully. You settled 100 population. You complete the task in 1 hour and 9 minutes, but that would be real time, in-game time. I had this on like doubles, not really double speed, but I guess 1.5 speed because we're at about 40 minutes. So roughly that'd be not quite double speed. Now, again, you could continue playing this one out and getting higher and higher and higher. Or you could restart, but if we continue playing, you really don't have, like you can get into doing upgrade things, but nothing can be upgraded. Well, excuse me, this can be upgraded. Well, it can't be upgraded because you don't have any of these other things. But if you go in here, these things aren't unlocked. It doesn't tell you like when you unlock them. It doesn't really work that way. If we put another house, a couple houses in, we don't really have a next level goal. So I don't believe you can actually unlock anything else because it doesn't give you a goal. It doesn't give you a goal to what you need to unlock them. As far as like housing level 2, you need other things, but you can't unlock them. You know, can you upgrade any of these things? No, because you don't have steel. Can you upgrade this? No, because this is what you need to upgrade it, of course. And here we could hit upgrade. But it doesn't do anything because we don't have these materials. So you can't really upgrade it that way. Yeah, here we're at 105, but there are no goals to reach. I believe, you know, in a sense, it's not the end of the demo, but it's just the end of what you could do for this island. So what we'll do, let's just go back to the main menu and we can click on, I'm just going to show you this guy real quickly. These aren't available in the demo. This is the best time. Population goal is 100, and that's basically all you can do here. Here's population goal is 250. Let's just look at this real quick and just see what it looks like. Of course, this has things like iron in it, and this has things like coal, more coal over here. You can almost hear like seagulls, which is pretty cool. So, and this one has stone as well. So theoretically, inside this game, you could advance to the next levels. It doesn't tell you you still unlock the same amount of things, but your goal here is to hit 250, so you could obviously play it a bit longer and probably unlock some of these other things. But for now, obviously, we'll go back to our menu. This is basically the first look at Mini Settlers. You get the gist of it. It's a bit, most complicated thing is the road systems, the way that the roads are set up. The roads are free, but you can have a maximum of 6 in between, minimum of 3 in between, of where to set, like, you know, here to here, here to here, and certain things can only be placed from node to node, which are roads. Other buildings can be placed anywhere along them, including on the nodes. And like the delivery system, I mean, I'm sure it gets more advanced later on, but yeah, it's a very fun little game. If you want to kind of kill an hour or two, go download the demo right now. It's free. Obviously, the demo is on Steam. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving me a like as well as a comment. It would be much appreciated. Do you like games like this? These kind of like very kind of interesting little automation, not really automation, but, you know, city builder, automation type games. Let me know in the comments below. Also, guys, hit that subscribe button, take the bell notification icon. It would be much appreciated. And I'll catch you guys next time in the next first look video. Take care now.